I guess most fans of Bill Bixby know that his first big series was My Favorite Martian, a show that debuted way back in the 60s, and a show that must have been dear to Bixby's heart as he brought his co-star, Ray Walston, on board to guest star in the Incredible Hulk third season episode, My Favorite Magician. The title was a play of words on My Favorite Martian and Bixby's other series from the 70s entitled The Magician. My Favorite Martian ran between 1963 and 1966. It was Bixby's first series. It aired on CBS just like The Incredible Hulk. It actually produced more episodes than The Incredible Hulk, even though it aired for only 3 seasons, although each episode only lasted a half an hour piece, of course. Bill Bixby on that show played Tim O'Hara, a young newspaper reporter, and Ray Walston played the Martian. It's kind of interesting on The Incredible Hulk, it's a newspaper reporter named Jack McGee that makes David Banner's life miserable. Kind of ironic. If you hadn't seen My Favorite Martian, the premise is pretty simple. A 450-year-old Martian is stranded on Earth and takes the guise of Tim O'Hara's uncle while he tries to make repairs on his spaceship. Tim does everything he can to help his Uncle Martin keep his identity a secret. There's a lot of fun stuff that happens on the 3 seasons of the show. Uncle Martin has powers and he invents a time travel machine that is used on several episodes.
Mrs. Brown's house is not to be built for another 100 years.
Do you mean that machine is out in the middle of that
undeveloped land?
Now, in the Hulk episode that reunites Ray Walston and Bixby, Walston plays a magician named Jasper Dowd. It's a little ironic to note his Uncle Martin character could do magic of sorts by moving objects through the air by waving his finger around.
Boy, come on, let's go get it.
Come back here.
He could also disappear by raising his Martian antenna up. Jasper is sort of a washed-up, never-was showman who is fighting health issues and worried that his old flame is about to marry a crook. There's some humor in this episode, but not as much as you might expect considering it was a tribute to a classic TV comedy.
Don't get up.
It's nice seeing Bill Bixby and Ray Walston reunited years later, but they are definitely playing different characters with more of a dramatic turn than My Favorite Martian ever was. There was, at least to me, some feeling of familiarity with Ray Walston's dialogue. I could just hear Uncle Martin saying some of those exact words.
If Matthew Brady and I had only had one of these at Gettysburg.
I was adored everywhere I went, outdrawing even Houdini.
The first Hulk out is pretty neat as Banner is doing a magic trick where he must escape a box filled with water, but is unable to because Walton's character Jasper had forgot to put the escape key back in its hiding place. There's something off about the Hulk's growl in this episode. It just sounds a little different to me. And in the last Hulk out, we get to see the Hulk save Jasper's old girlfriend from marrying a crook. It's not one of the best Hulk episodes I've ever seen, but it's worth watching to see Bill Bixby and Ray Walston reunited. Bob Hastings from McHale's Navy appeared on this Hulk episode. He played on the pilot episode of the Amazing Spider-Man TV series as a totally different character as well. Now, Hong Kong Phooey's voice, Scatman Crothers, guest starred as Edgar McGee, no relation to Mr. McGee, the reporter played by Jack Colvin. Also, Anne Shadeen played Jasper's daughter. She went on to star as the mother of the TV family on Alf. Now here's some trivia. My Favorite Martian was turned into a Saturday morning TV series, but without the original stars. It ran between 1973 and 75, but only 16 episodes were made. Jonathan Harris, aka Dr. Smith from Lost in Space, took over as Uncle Martin, and Howard Morris, aka Ernest T. Bass from The Andy Griffith Show, did the voice of Tim O'Hara. My Favorite Martian had a comic book series, just like the Hulk, but this series only lasted 9 issues and was printed by Gold Key Comics. The series was rebooted into a feature film in 1999 with a new cast. Ray Walston did make an appearance in the film, though. Ray Walston went on to star as the judge on Picket Fences, Popeye's father on the Popeye motion picture, and Mr. Hand on Fast Times, the movie and the series. Ray Walston hated My Favorite Martian after he was finished with it, but always looked back at the opportunity to work with Bill Bixby as one of the highlights of his career and said the two worked very well together.
Way out. Love you all. Love you.
Well, I come out, and I hope this won't take too long.
Walston did grow to become proud of My Favorite Martian toward the end of his life after years of positive comments from fans who grew up watching his show. Bill Bixby said to the magazine TV Picture Life in 1964, "I've learned more in one season about acting from watching Ray than from everything else I've ever done." Now, to my knowledge, I don't know if Ray Walston or Bill Bixby ever appeared together in anything after the My Favorite Magician Hulk episode, which is a little sad. Now, if you know of something else they appeared in, some kind of interview or anything, please let me know in the comments below. My name is Tim Frady, the TV Crazy Man. I'm a writer, artist, animator, and super fan of classic TV, old comic books, and cartoons. If you get a chance, please check out my books on Amazon. I've written and drawn my own comic books for all ages, some science fiction novels, and I even created my own superhero, Liberty Ace. Please subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you don't miss any of my new videos, and let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Thanks and have a great day.